High five. High five, folks. High five. Somebody is hungry. Why? High five, Gayatri. High five. Okay, somebody is angry. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, in last class we stopped with articles. So now is everyone comfortable with articles? Is everyone comfortable with articles? Okay. Okay. Thank you for responding on the chat. Okay. So today we are going to start off with prepositions. Okay. It is a very interesting and nice topic, a very light topic. And also we are going to have 2 or 3 games based upon our time limits, right? Okay. So let me quickly share my screen. As usual, I want participation. Please make sure that you answer questions, you talk to me. There is no right or wrong answers. The only mistake in this session is not talking or not participating. Okay, right. So now we are going to start off with prepositions, right? Just like articles, prepositions are a part of the sentence. Okay, so we saw that when we read about articles, we saw that the entire in an entire paragraph there were so much a, and these, right? So we know that they are a part of the sentence. Same way, prepositions are a part of a sentence. Okay. See why it is called preposition. We will come to know in a bit. At the outset, you think of preposition as something that indicates the preposition or the position of the noun. அது அந்த noun எங்க இருக்கு? Okay. அந்த நவுன் வந்து எந்த இடத்துல இருக்கு இல்ல எந்த எந்த நேரத்துல வந்து அது இருக்கு which point in time or which place does that noun stay in அத சொல்றதுதான் preposition okay. So when we talk of preposition, it is a part of every sentence. If you take this sentence, right, Timothy sat on the raft, right? Here on is the word that says where the noun Timothy was, right? On it says the position of the noun, right? So preposition is a part of every sentence or paragraph that we talk. And there are a lot of prepositions. Prepositions do not indicate only the place. They can also indicate the time, or they can also indicate a couple other things. Okay. So when we talk of prepositions, right, the most commonly used preposition is only this much. There are a lot of prepositions. Prepositions is a large list. Okay. But the most common ones are of, to, in, for, with, and on. Just like we saw in articles, there is a and the, but the common articles are the and a, right? And when it is used little less, right? Same way, there are a lot of prepositions. It is countless. It's a big list, but these prepositions are the most common ones. Okay, if you have to suddenly identify prepositions in a paragraph, you will be able to identify 30 to 40% of the prepositions if you know these common ones. Okay, of, to, in, for, with, on, etc. Right? So that is prepositions. Now there are a lot of prepositions. Like I said, I have got this alphabetical order, right? There are some prepositions which we have not heard of. Okay, some prepositions which and the word நமக்கு தெரியும் ஆனா அது preposition தெரியாது. Okay, I'll share this PPT and all the previous class PPTs in the open mentor site, so you can make use of this, right? So there are a lot of prepositions. Like I said, even this is not a full list. Okay, this is the list of more common prepositions only, right? So when we talk of the prepositions, they can be simple words like on, off, onto, over, under. They can be simple single words like this, or they can be a group of 2 words, which we call as compound prepositions. Let us not put our head around compound prepositions for now. we are going to focus on simple prepositions, right? I just want to show a small song for you to remember most of the prepositions. Just a minute. Okay, I'm going to show this song. Let me know if you're able to hear the audio. This is a very nice song to remember the prepositions. I will also put this in. Yeah. I think it is a little noisy to hear through my speakers. I will share this link in the QA box. You can listen to it later. But the text I have given here, Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. So in the same tune, you can also insert the prepositions here in alphabetical order. About, above, across, after, along, among, around, that, right? So if you go through this song, if you just practice this song, you will be able to catch more number of prepositions and you won't forget, right? This is simple playway learning that we usually use with kids and all of that. So I just thought I will give this song so that you are able to grasp as many prepositions as possible, right? So when we talk of prepositions, like I said, it indicates the position or the way things in a sentence are connected. Okay. How? If you ask me how, before we come to this, um, when we talk of prepositions, there are different ways in which prepositions can appear in a particular sentence, right? I'll just go to the types of prepositions and then we'll come back to these exercises now. Got a lot of those exercises. Okay, fine. Just give me a minute. I'm just loading another PPT where I have the types of prepositions before we get into this. I'm just stopping the share for a second. Let me get the other one. Yes. Okay. All these are open source material, so you can also get it if you search. I'm using simple material because I want it to be simple to understand. Right. So now I have the material on the types of prepositions before we proceed, right? So there are different kinds of prepositions, right? Simple prepositions are the one words, right? Which we just saw: in, on, at, with, all of that. Then there are compound prepositions, which are combination of two or more words. Okay. Instead ofலாம் நம்ம காமனா யூஸ் பண்றது, பட் நமக்கு அது preposition தெரியாது. By the way, by the side, right? So there are a lot of prepositions that come in a paragraph. We don't know, right? Just like the list I showed you. So there are a lot of prepositions that come in a particular paragraph. Our job today is to understand what is a preposition and why we should use it, where it will come. Okay. So there are three types of prepositions. I want everyone to pay attention. There are three types of preposition: place, time, and direction prepositions. So some prepositions refer to the place, some might refer to the time and point, and some might refer to the direction. Okay, we will see examples of each. Okay, so when we talk of prepositions of place. Okay, it says where something happens, where the noun is doing something, right? For example, Sani was sitting under a tree. The dog was outside the house, right? The tree was beside the river, right? Um, எப்பெல்லாம் வந்து அந்த நவுன் எந்த இடத்துல ஒரு வேலையை பண்ணுதோ இல்ல எந்த இடத்துல அந்த நவுன் இருக்கோ அந்த நவுனோட பொசிஷனை வந்து ரெஃபர் பண்றது prepositions of place. Is this clear? I will not proceed until I get clearance from you. Is the preposition of place clear, or should I repeat it? Okay, okay, good. Now we have prepositions of time. Okay, it indicates when something happens. So preposition of place said where something happens, whereas prepositions of time says when something happens, right? So when I say prepositions of time, they say it refers to simple sentences like school starts at 9 o'clock, we are going to the zoo on Saturday, right? I will finish my homework by Friday. I will come to your home before dinner, right? So, this kind of sentences where you are referring to time, okay? Those are called prepositions of time. Okay, it refers to when some particular activity happens, right? Is this clear? Is this clear? Preposition of time? Okay. Okay. So now we are also going to see about prepositions of direction. Okay. So this says where something is going or where something was directed. Okay. So the boys chased after each other. Okay. எங்க எங்க அந்த நவுனோட ஆக்ஷன்ஸ் வந்து எங்க போகுது, right? The football rolled down the hill. A man was walking his dog along the riverbank, right? The freeway goes right through the city. Traveling towards Miami, right? So all of these are examples of prepositions. So we just saw that there are three kinds of prepositions: place, time, and direction prepositions. Place prepositions refers to where something is happening: under, underneath, over, inside, beside. Okay, all of these are place prepositions. We have time preposition which refers to when something happens: at 9 o'clock, on Saturday, during the summer, by the day, or before lunch, right? All of these are time prepositions. Then we have prepositions of direction, which says the direction in which something is going on, or where something is going to happen, or where something went, right? The boys chased after, down, along, right, towards. All of these are prepositions, right? Now, there are some prepositions with special uses. Okay, one such preposition is off. Okay, off is a preposition. A lot of us may not know. Okay. So, off is a preposition which is commonly used as a frequent connector or explanator. First half explain பண்றதுக்கு second half use பண்ணலாம். Okay, our modules are full of real life examples. I ate a plate of rice and a quarter of milk. So நீ முன்னாடி சொன்னதை elaborate பண்றதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் off. Okay, so off is a specific type of preposition which is used more commonly compared to the other prepositions. Same way for. For is another very, very common preposition which is used for explanation again. Okay, I made this bookmark for my mom, right? Is there a room for me on the seat? Okay, it is used as a way of seeking or giving explanation. Okay, of and for. With this is another very, very common preposition which helps to explain your actions. நீ என்ன பண்றியோ அதை எலாபரேட் பண்றதுக்கு வித் யூஸ் பண்ணும். ஓகே, மிக்ஸ் த ஃப்ளோர் வித் வாட்டர். மிக்ஸ் த ஃப்ளோர்னா ஃப்ளோரை வந்து மிக்ஸ் பண்ணனு அர்த்தம். அதை எலாபரேட் பண்ணு. பண்றதுக்கு with waterன்னு சொல்றோம். So whenever you want to explain the actions, right, you say you use with, right? And also to get more explanation, who is the man with the beard, right? So இதெல்லாம் வந்து use of with. Okay, the two other rarely known prepositions are except and instead of. வந்து except வந்து ரொம்ப frequent யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம், ரைட்டா? I just want to go to the movie except that I don't have time. எதுனால ஒரு ஆக்ஷன் பண்ணல, இல்ல எதுனால ஒண்ணு வேண்டாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்றதுக்கு இந்த இந்த except is very useful. Okay, you can say why you don't need something, or why something is not working out for you. Similarly, when you want to present alternates, right, choices, when you want to present choices, you say instead of, right? So you should eat fruit instead of candy. Dad is coming to the theater with us instead of mom. We could watch TV instead of reading a book. So இந்த மாதிரி choices வந்து present பண்றதுக்கு you can use instead of. Okay, so we have seen of, for, right, with, except, and instead of. The other common prepositions are like, as, and then. Okay, இதெல்லாம் ஏன் தனியா போட்டுக்கேன்னா, you do not recognize these words as prepositions. We use it very common. Now like has become a pain, right? I want to like become a big mechanical engineer. I want to like go out on a trip, like how others do. You use like it is another alphabet, right? We are abusing like. Okay, so like, as, than, all of this are prepositions. Okay, like is used to give more examples. As is also used to compare two things and give explanation. Than is used to differentiate how bigger or smaller one thing is compared to another. That is on like. If you ask about prepositions, they not only are prepositional, or they not only explain the noun, they can be used with adjectives. Some of the prepositions are used with adjectives. Adjective na enna? Can someone tell me what is adjective? What is adjective? Adjective? After is also a time preposition, correct, Gayatri? Anyone, what is an adjective? Adjective na enna? What is adjective? Folks, what is adjective? Okay, you don't have to tell adjective. I have one question for anyone who is willing to answer. Okay. Evening வந்து என்ன சாப்பிட்டீங்க? What snack did you have? Who wants to answer this question? Simple question. தமிழ்லயே சொல்லலாம். Evening என்ன snack சாப்பிட்டீங்க? Who wants to answer? Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. I want one person to say what they had in the evening. ஏய், இது வந்து ரொம்ப சிம்பிள்யா. இதுக்கு வந்து I am not seeing hand raise. I am not seeing hand raise. I want one person to talk. Pragdishwari. Pragdishwari. Evening என்ன சாப்பிட்ட Pragdishwari? Pragdishwari.
Yes, ma'am.
Evening என்ன சாப்பிட்ட? டீயா?
Coffee, ma'am.
எப்படி இருந்துச்சு காஃபி?
நல்லா இருந்துச்சு.
இல்ல சூடா இருந்துச்சா? எப்படி இருந்துச்சு?
It's hot, ma'am.
இப்ப சொன்னோம்ல hot coffee. Hotன்றது adjective.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful coffee அப்படின்னா அது வந்து again adjective. Beautiful Pragadishwari அப்படின்னா அது வந்து adjective. Bold Pragadishwari அப்படின்னா adjective. ஓகேவா?
Okay, ma'am.
உன் பெட் நேம் என்ன? பிராகியா?
Pravina, ma'am.
என்னம்மா?
Pravina, ma'am.
பெட் நேமே பெருசா இருக்கேம்மா. ஓகே. பவர்ஃபுல் பிரவீனா அப்படின்னா அது வந்து adjective. ஓகே.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. So, all the quiet people, I want you to talk. Okay. So, when you talk of adjective, thank you, Ganesh, Gayatri, and Syed for answering. Yes, adjective is a word that describes the noun. If you say, I ate cookies, and you want to say, I ate crispy cookies. Crispy is the adjective. I ate salt cookies. I ate sweet cookies. Anything that describes the noun, right? Super Syed, right? Glorifying Gayatri, right? So all of these are adjectives. Okay. So prepositions can be used with adjectives as well, right? So when we say adjectives, we say things like, I am angry with you, right? I was afraid of the dog. John is very good at drawing. Mr. Lee is pleased with our work. So whenever you see certain supporting words with adjectives, it can be a preposition. Okay? Usually with or off, right? So prepositions, like I said, we introduced prepositions as being definitive of the position of the nouns. Noun or position சொல்லுன்னு சொன்னேன். அதுக்கப்புறமா I also said now that they can be used with adjectives. Similarly, they can be used with verbs also. Okay. I am looking for my pencil. Verb என்றால் என்ன? What is verb? Verbனா என்னமா? What is verb? Verb na என்னமா? Actions. Okay. Very good. Very good, Gayatri. Actions, action words. Very good. So verbs are nothing but it says it talks about an action. What are you doing now? I am attending a session, right? So in the month I'm studying. இதெல்லாம் வந்து verb, right? So இந்த மாதிரி action words கூட prepositions can come. Okay. I am looking for my pencil. Can you think of another word? Right? Does this book belong to you? We are listening to series. I agree with you. Right? So there are a lot of combinations in which prepositions can come. Okay. In the case of articles, it came mostly with singular or plural nouns. I want you to note that. Whereas in case of prepositions, it will mostly denote something about the noun, but it can also come with adjectives and verbs. Is it clear till here? இங்க வரைக்கும் clear-ஆ இருக்கா? Is it clear till here? Am I fast? Okay. Okay. Thank you. So now we just saw how they are used with adjectives. Similarly, they are also used with nouns in a specific way. Okay. So what is the answer to this question? Is there a reason? Most of the question statements will have a preposition following a noun. Okay. So a lot of questions that we ask will have this combination. Noun, preposition. Right? Okay. What is the matter with you? What did you do today? Right? So all of these are prepositions. Right? Combinations. So we had combinations with Adjectives, we had combinations with noun. We discussed combinations with verbs. So prepositions is like all in all. All in all, Aladu Raja. Right. Okay. Now, action time. I want volunteer. I will not proceed with this slide at all. I want volunteer. Who wants to help me with the answer? Who wants to help me with the answer? Karthi, even you can raise your hand if you're interested. Okay, I have a quick hand. Kamalesh. Enada, wait. Okay, I'm going to take my pet for today. Pragadishwari. Alias Pravina. Pragadishwari.
Yes, ma'am.
Mama, nama panla. Okay, so you tell me what preposition can come here. Okay, a cat was sitting dash the roof of my car. என்ன preposition போடலாம்?
In போடலாம் ma'am.
Super. So inன்றது does it look like it is referring to the place ma?
Yes, ma'am.
உள்ள inna என்ன உள்ளே. Okay, so it is place. Some people were talking dash the movie. நல்லா யோசிச்சு சொல்லு.
About ma'am.
About இல்ல during
During போடலாம் ma'am.
There are two possibilities, right?
Yes ma'am.
Yes, நான் வந்து during மனசுல வச்சு டைம்னு கொடுத்திருந்தேன், but thank you. You can say about. என் மவுஸ் சரியா வேலை செய்யலாமா? About or during. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay, if it is during, it refers to the time.
Okay.
Next, a man was coming dash us on his bike.
Ma'am.
யோசிக்கலாம். டைரக்ஷன் ஆல்ரெடி உனக்கு க்ளூ கொடுத்திருக்கேன். Let us not scare Pragadishwari alone. I'm ready to allow multiple people to talk. If you are interested, you can raise your hands. You can discuss with Pragadishwari and tell me the answer. Who wants to try? Okay, Brad, a man was coming dash on his bike. Okay, நான் சொல்றேன். Okay, towards us on his bike. Towardsன்றது ஒரு less commonly used preposition. அதனால உனக்கு டக்குன்னு ஞாபகம் வரும். ஓகேவா? Next one is simple. The party starts dash 6 o'clock. சொல்லு பார்க்கலாம். The party starts dash 6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock.
Super da. At. She put the book dash her bag. இது ரொம்ப simple.
On her back.
Right.
At her back னு கூட சொல்லலாம்.
இல்லம்மா. She put her books in her
In her
bag.
bag. In her bag. Okay.
We walked dash the street to the park. இது கொஞ்சம் யோசிக்கணும். Okay. We walked dash the street towards the park. We walked down the street.
Okay.
Hey, we walked down the street. Okay. She keeps her slippers dash her bed.
Under her bed.
Super. Under. நல்ல வேலை ஆணுன்னு சொல்லிடுவேன்னு பயந்துட்டேன். Under. Okay. We always wash our hands dash meals.
Before meals.
Okay. Before. Okay. Next. She ran dash the dog because she was frightened.
Hey, ma'am.
என்னம்மா?
Away.
away இல்லனா
Away.
வந்து you can also say she ran from the dog. அப்படி சொல்லலாம். She ran away from the dog அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். Okay.
Okay.
Brags, very good brags. You tried very well. Gayatri கிட்ட கேட்கலாம். Gayatri, I want your help for the last one. What do you think is right? Last question வந்து ஒரு நிமிஷம் காயத்ரி. Last question வந்து I want you to try. She ran dash the dog because she was frightened.
She ran away from the dog, ma'am.
Compound preposition போடுது. Away from the dog. Okay. Wait, stay. I have one more work for you.
Okay, ma'am.
So this is on the basics of prepositions, right? Okay. So now we are going to get Gayatri's help to understand a little bit more. Okay. We had some prepositions, right? Gayatri, try பண்ணலாம்.
Okay, ma'am.
Find the prepositional phrase. Okay. It can be 2 words or 3 words. Phrase not 2 or 3 words.
Okay, ma'am.
Right. 3 German submarines surrounded the islands during the night.
Ma'am, I think surrounded during.
Preposition கண்டுபிடி. நம்ம அதுக்கு அப்புறமா வந்து phrase பார்த்துக்கலாம்.
Okay, ma'am. During, ma'am.
Party. Very good. During. Right? So அதை follow பண்ணி இருக்கிறது தான் preposition. During the night.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. We'll try one more. Getting fresh water and vegetables was difficult. They were shipped to the island. The submarines kept bombing the ships carrying these items. இது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம்.
Ma'am, shipped to the island.
To the island. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, good. To வந்து ஒரு preposition. நம்ம அதை நிறைய தடவை யோசிக்க.
Yes, ma'am.
So அதுக்காக தான் அந்த எக்ஸாம். Okay. Philip's mom wanted to return to Norfolk, Virginia to avoid the war.
There are 2 in thrice, but to avoid the war.
Super. Correct. To return and to avoid. Okay. So whenever the lesson here is, I want you to understand that to is a preposition. Okay. Then after leaving the island of Curaçao, their ship was attacked one day outside of Panama.
After leaving the island and outside of Panama, ma'am.
So after leaving the island of Curaçao, அது ஒண்ணு, and outside of Panama. Okay. Right. Last one நினைக்கிறேன். Philip ended up on a raft in the Caribbean Sea. He heard a plane flying over, but the plane went on without stopping.
Up on a raft, ma'am. Philip ended up on a raft.
Okay.
Went on without stopping, ma'am.
Yes. So on a raft in the Caribbean Sea, ரெண்டுமே வந்து preposition phrase and without stopping. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Last one. Philip and Timothy, along with Stu, cat floated to a small island.
Along with Stu, ma'am, and 2 of small island.
Super. Very good. Very good. I'm very happy that it is reaching fine. Okay. So last, after dinner, mom went to a baby shower.
After dinner, ma'am, and went to a baby shower.
Super. Well done. Okay, next. We look below the sink for a bucket.
Below the sink, ma'am.
Okay. For is also preposition. நான் சொன்னேன்ல.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone wants to help Gayatri? Please join. Some jogger ran over the hill and passed a lake.
Ran over the hill past the lake, ma'am.
I have one more hand. Someone is willing to help you. You need or not. Okay. Ran over. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And passed a
Past the
lake.
lake.
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yes. In June, my cousin went down the Colorado River.
Down the Colorado River, ma'am.
Super. Okay.
In June also, fine.
Yes. I will keep some of the questions for our exam on Saturday. Thank you, Gayatri. That was wonderful. Keep
you.
participating. I'm very happy at your learning. You have been progressing very well.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we are actually out of time. If we start the game now, we will not be able to finish. So I will give a quick overview of today's session, and we will proceed for the game in tomorrow's session at the start. Okay. So today we learned about prepositions. We learned that there are different types of prepositions and there are different combinations of prepositions. The preposition can be of three types. They are prepositions of place, prepositions of time, and prepositions of direction. They can be combination of prepositions along with nouns, adjectives, and verbs. Okay. Unlike your articles, which always combinated with either a singular or a plural noun, your prepositions can combine with adjectives or nouns or verbs. Okay. So that is on the preposition side. And we said that okay, prepositions can also be in not a single word. It can be multiple words. And we saw some examples of prepositional phrase, and we have completed the concept of the role of prepositions in a sentence. So that was what we learned today. And in tomorrow's session, we will start with the games on prepositions, and then we will proceed with the concept of voices, active voice and passive voice. Okay, a very painful concept in writing, not a very clear concept. Okay, we will start with active voices and passive. Okay. Any questions? Any questions so far? Okay. Okay, I hope the session was useful. Right. So I will meet you in tomorrow's class. Have a good day, everyone. Karthi?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.